So now we have this cos of a minus b is equal to cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. I want to find cos of a plus b. Okay, so cos of a plus b is equal to cos of a minus b. Okay, so it is going to be cos a cos of minus b plus sin a sin of minus b. Now cos of minus b, okay, cos of minus b is cos b, because in the first and fourth quadrant my cosine is positive, so I am going to write it as cos of a cos of b. Now here sine of minus b. Now in the fourth quadrant my sine ratio is negative, correct? So now this negative sign is going to change to, this positive is going to change to negative. So I am going to have as sine a sine b. So cos a cos b minus sine a sine b. Now let us have some special formulae. For example, cos of pi by 2 minus theta. Okay, so that means my a is equal to pi by 2 and b is equal to theta. So how am I going to write it? So it is cos pi by 2 cos theta plus sin pi by 2 sin theta. Now cos pi by 2, so cos 90 is 0. So 0 into cos theta, 0 into anything is 0, plus sin of 90 degree, is it not 1? So this is just going to be equal to sin of theta, right? Similarly, my cos of pi by 2 plus theta is going to be sin theta. So now I have sin theta is equal to cos of pi by 2 minus theta. So now suppose I write theta, now I'll just write it here. I'm going to call this expression, let us call it 1. We are not numbered any other before. In place of theta here, put theta is equal to pi by 2 minus theta. Suppose you put it pi by 2 minus theta here, then what happens? Then sine of pi by 2 minus theta so that will mean sine of pi by 2 minus theta is going to be equal to cos of pi by 2 minus pi by 2 minus theta, correct? So this is going to be pi by 2 minus pi by 2 is going to be 0 and minus theta, so cos of minus theta, this will be minus minus plus, so it is going to be cos theta. So that means sine of pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta. So I have expressions 1, 2 and 3 here. Okay, so these are some shortcuts that you might use. Cos of pi by 2 minus theta is sin theta, cos of pi by 2 plus theta is equal to sin theta, sine of pi by 2 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Now suppose you want to find what is sine of pi by 2 plus theta, but then for that you will need to find what? You will need to find the expression for sine of a plus b and sine of a minus b, isn't it? So how do we do that? I want this in some form like that there. Okay, so now cos theta, my cos theta is sine of pi by 2 minus theta, or Sine theta is equal to cos of pi by 2 minus theta. So sine A plus B is equal to, I would write cos of pi by 2 minus A plus B. So this is cos of pi by 2 minus A. Okay, I'm going to split that A plus B thing, minus B, correct? So that is going to be equal to cos of pi by 2 minus A cos B minus sine pi by 2 minus A sine B. Now here cos of pi by 2 minus theta, is it not sine theta? So this is cos A, it is sine A, so it would be sine A cos B minus, and sine pi by 2 minus theta, sine pi by 2 minus theta is cos theta, so I'll write this as cos A sine B, correct? So I'm going to write here as sine of A plus B is equal to sine of pi by 2 minus theta is sine pi by 2 minus theta is equal to cos theta. So cos A sine B here, correct? Here we have a positive sign, correct? And that is the reason why we are going to get this expression as sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. The way we proved cos of A minus B and cos of A plus B, so likewise we can do that here as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add one negative sign here and add one negative sign here, so you get this two formulae. So we have cos of A minus B, cos of A plus B, sine of A minus B, sine of A plus B, right? I'm going to do one quick derivation. It is going to be taking not more than a couple of minutes, but then let us do this here. I want tan of A plus B. Is it not ratio of sine A plus B to cos A plus B, right? So my sine A plus B is sine A cos B plus cos A sine B, and this whole thing divided by cos of A plus B, it is cos A cos B minus sine A sine B. Now listen carefully. I am going to divide the numerator and denominator by this term cos A cos B. So that will have, I can have sin A cos B upon cos A cos B. So cos A cos B in the first term of the numerator is going to get cancelled. I am going to be left with tan of A here. Similarly, tan of B here upon 1 here minus tan A tan B. So my tan of A plus B is also done. So obviously, I'll just add negative sign here, negative here, negative here, negative here, positive here, correct? And negative here and positive here. So I had two formulae for tan of A plus B and tan of A minus B, right? So that's about the basics of this compound angles. In the next video we are going to do little more detailed discussion about this compound and compound angles. Thank you so much.